there, I'm Lisa. I'm coming to you again with Tinker Creek Designs, and I just got in from lunch with my family after church today, and I have just a few minutes, and I'm gonna do one of my favorite things, paint. And I thought I would just share with you what I'm working on, and it's an opportunity to share color and to try out some new colors and kind of demonstrate what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna try to get the phone where you can see my canvas, and we'll get started. And I hope you enjoy this little painting. So I usually just try to start with colors, and I like to use a variety. I just put on yellow ochre, and then this one is called deep yellow, so I'm gonna put a little deep yellow on the canvas. So I've got yellow ochre, I've got deep yellow, and then of course purple is my favorite color. I hear my little dog in the background. He's barking. So I'm gonna demo here a little purple. So we've got two shades of yellow and a little purple, and this is just to get the background started. I love to paint with foam brushes, so it's like my favorite thing to paint with. It's my go-to. I've tried buying some nice fancy brushes, but I still always go back to these. So I think when you're painting, the idea is to use what makes you comfortable. And I love blending colors, mixing colors, so I tend to go back over what I'm doing with the different colors. Now I can bring my purple in, and soon I will have my background done. Purple's just beautiful. If you love purple like I do, you look for opportunities to add purple to your painting. So I always look for opportunities to add purple and glitter and anything shiny. So I just think that's fun. So there is the background, and it doesn't hurt to get a little bit of the purple blended into the top area too. So now I'm feeling pretty comfortable with the colors that I have picked up here. Notice see I've gotten some yellow on my hand. That's kind of natural for me too. And of course I've got it on my shirt. When I sat here I said, oh, I don't have to change clothes. I can do this without making a mess. And I'm not able to do it without making a mess. I've got it on my tablecloth, as you can probably see. It's on my shirt. It's on my hands. I make a mess. But I have a good time doing it. So I think that's part of the fun. So I wanted to try out some new colors that I have too. This one is called Worn Penny. I love it. I like painting with metallics. I got this at Hobby Lobby on sale yesterday. And I just love this color too. So I'm going to add just a little bit of this Worn Penny. That's a perfect color for this too. And then this one is called Windsor Blue. So that sounds kind of fancy. I'm going to add just a little bit of that to my canvas here. So I've got the Worn Penny and the Windsor Blue, and I am going to kind of mix these together as I put them on my painting here. It's kind of fun. It's therapeutic, honestly, for me to just play with the colors and watch them blend. There's something about the sponge brush when I use it. It just really helps the colors blend together, I think, nicely. And you can see them, you can really see them start to form unusual shapes. I know most people, most artists, they'll plan out their paintings before they get started. I don't. I like to let them just kind of take a life of their own. And I don't know what I'm going to paint when I sit down, but I do usually like to say, I'm going to use these colors. And so I'll start with some specific colors before I start painting. And then I just kind of play and say, let's see what happens. It's kind of fun to have a mystery unravel right before your eyes. So this painting seems to be taking on the form of some nice little hills, and I like that. So I add some hills to this painting, so it looks like nice little hills with some dips and peaks. And then it's fun, I think, just to add a little bit more of a darker color so that I can add a little bit more dimension. So I'm just gonna blot the tops of these hills with those colors, with a little bit more of that worn penny color, and then when I drag it over my painting, it just kind of helps it to take on a little more shape and dimensions. I think that's kind of cool. So that can be kind of the side of that mountain, and then there's some more hills, and I'm gonna blot this in to give it a little texture in that area. So I think that looks kind of cool. Really like how that's turning out. I'm going to, on the bottom, just add a little bit more of that worn copper. And this is something that I'm going to put on as a top coat after everything dries. But while I'm making my mountains and the bottom of this painting, I'm going to use some of this. This is Deco Art Enchanted, and I love it because it's enchanting. It's enchanting. It's more opportunity for glitter, and I absolutely love glitter and anything that's got a little bit of bling. I like to kind of use my actual canvas to be the palette, and so I can keep coming back and adding some color like that. And so that's what I'm going to do, add a little bit of this worn penny color that's mixed with some enchanted, and I'm just going to dot the top of my mountains just to give it just a little bit more interest and dimension. And I think that's going to be lovely. And then I love to take and tap the brush, and so that's what I'm going to do here. And it ends up looking like stone or bark. I just like it a lot because I love the texture that happens this way. And so this can be my field, it can be another layer, it can be a rocky cliff, be whatever you really want it to be. I like to just add any type of texture and color and watch those colors play together, because honestly, when they play together, I think they take on a life of their own, and you can't duplicate it because it's never going to be the same thing twice. But I hope I can share this technique with you, so maybe you will try it on a painting of yours. And now we've got like this kind of really cool rocky looking area on the painting, which is, I think, pretty neat looking. I want to do something that gives me like a little bit of a cloud essence at the top, and so I'm going to just use those dots and then put a little more of this white color, and then I am going to get a clean sponge brush and kind of swirl this a little bit, make it a little wispy so that it actually feels more like clouds, but you can see a little bit of the undertone of that worn penny that's shining through, and it really is making a really cool gold look to this. And so I'm just trying to lighten up my sky a little bit, and when this dries, we will see more of that really cool shine that that enchanted paint adds, which I think is wonderful. So I love that. So it's starting to take shape. I'm going to turn it around. I know I'm painting upside down from you guys, so I'm going to turn it so that you can kind of see it a little bit better. But that's it so far. We're getting some really cool texture. I hope you guys can see that cool texture. I'm going to give you a little bit of a close-up with that. And then how those colors are starting to play together. And then those hills, it's kind of fun to let the paint flow like that and mix together. And then the sky is starting to get a lot of light in it from using that enchanted and doing that wispy motion. So I think that's kind of cool. And then of course I'm going to have to do one of my favorite things, and I like to do usually some kind of sun. So I'm going to use that copper, worn copper color. I love that. So I'm going to use the worn copper color. I poured it in a little circle there. And then this is that darker orangey yellow. And I just want to add just a dollop of that in the center. And I'm going to go back to the brush I was using originally. It's got a little bit of all of those colors from my palette mixed in. And I'm just going to swirl that to make a really cool looking, I think, a cool sun. And it is fun to see how beautiful those colors can be in the center of that painting. And then just swirl it together. And it's going to give it a little bit of dimension. And then I'm just going to kind of blot the outside because I want it to look different and a little bit unique. And if I take my brush and kind of just dot it around, it's giving it a little dimension and it's helping those colors mingle, giving it a little bit of a 3D effect, which I think is really cool. And you can see the swirls in the middle. And that makes for a pretty cool sun, if I do say so myself. Then I'm going to add, like I said, I often just use the canvas as the place where I'm going to mix my colors in the palette. And I'm taking the colors that I've used primarily in this picture already. I want to add them, a little mixture of them here. I need the darker ones, and so I've added the blue, and I've added that worn penny, and this is that same yellow I added in the sun. I'm adding a little bit more of that color too, because I want to do some sort of tree. And anytime I have an opportunity to do a tree, I try to add it. I'm just taking the edge of my brush, I'm going straight up across my mountain, and I'm just gonna start forming a tree here on the side. And I love how these colors are just mingling together, and I'm kind of moving my brush just a little bit while I go, fanning out the branches so that the tree can have some life, and I want it to stretch a little bit toward the sun. And so that'll be fun just to add these branches and colors, come back in for more of that coppery color, and let those branches just stretch. And I just think anytime you can just have fun with the colors, you should have fun with the colors. I think painting is such a blessing. I think the Lord has given us so many colors on this beautiful earth, and it's just fun to play with them and be a little creative, express yourself. Hey, it's your painting. You can do what you want to. So I have learned you don't have to limit yourself. You don't have to ask permissions. You just go with it and see what comes out. And every time I sit down, it is hard to pick up a paintbrush and not be grateful and thankful for blessings just to have another day. And I am thankful I have another day. And I'm thankful I get to talk to you guys. I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for colors. I'm thankful for this ability to sit and play with colors. How fun is that? And I'm not finished with this, but I'm finished with what I'm going to show you on the video right now. I think it's turned out kind of cute. I like it. I'm excited about it. What I will do is when this dries and you can really see the light in it, I am going to go back and I'm going to cover the whole thing with that shiny top coat that I showed you at the beginning of the video, and then that's going to put a glittery gold glaze over the whole thing, and it'll make it pop and it'll make it shine. And I like to protect the paintings, and so it'll protect it. This is kind of a small painting. It's on 8x10 stretched canvas with acrylic paint, and it's fun. I hope that you enjoyed my short demo. We haven't been on here but probably 15 minutes maybe, and we've done a painting. and maybe this will inspire you to go out, get some color, play with color. That's why I'm here, just to encourage you to have some fun, add some light, add some color, add some glitter. Hey, when I put the top coat on here, I will probably go back, even though it's a glittery top coat, I will probably, put a little glitter in my hand and go and spread a little glitter kiss over that finished painting. Yeah, glitter's good. Glitter's good, color's good, God is good. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching my video.